So do you think research as a need is more important than focusing your efforts on just like graduating with your major, like study-wise?
Yes, definitely, because if you just graduate with your major, that pretty much puts you in the same like line as like pretty much everybody else, and you need, as once again, it is an application booster. So
Mm-hmm.
once you get that research, it kind of, the more you go into that research and the more you find on that research, the more, grad schools will look into it and be like, oh, okay, so, he or she did this research, and they'll be helpful to our certain department. And, other than like someone who hasn't done research and they're just, graduating with the bare minimum, so it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really put them in a good spot for like a good grad school. So
Um, so do you think if someone was struggling with their studies but still wanted to do research, which one do you think they should try to focus a little bit more on?
um Well, if it's research is kind of like an auxiliary kind of thing. So like, I would believe that they should focus on their studies
Mm-hmm.
because, I mean, if you have a low GPA, that's not going to. The
Yeah.
GPA is something that you need. So you can't even apply to certain schools without a GPA. But like, unless if your research position is something like, like you're trying to like find how to, cure cancer, then that's okay. But if you are trying to find a cure cancer, then your classes, your grade should like show that you're smart enough to cure cancer. So I believe that GPA is probably more important than research if you're trying to focus on one. So
Do you think that people should try different types of research, or they should just stick to maybe one or two in their undergrad studies?
well, in undergrad studies, I
Yeah.
believe that everyone it's probably it should be more exploratory, because you don't really know what you like, and if you single yourself out in like one topic and you just
Mm-hmm.
keep on researching that all the way through grad school, then, and if you realize you don't really like it, or if it's not that entertaining to you, then it won't it won't help you in the future. Like, it'll be like you're stuck in the same job or something like that. So you should probably explore more into like different majors and different topics, like in your undergrad when it's still like safe to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So
Um, do you think that most people would be interested in research because it's their major? Or do you think people can, like, focus, like, say if someone has two interests, like a friend of mine is physics and astronomy, do you think that they could balance it out by doing research in one field and then being a major in another?
Well, yeah, they can definitely do that, but like, I also think that whichever one is their main interest, they should probably focus on research on that more.
Yeah.
So they like go into that and they see what specifically they like about it. But also, like, if you're majoring in physics, it's hard to find research in physics, but astronomy is definitely probably more interesting. So I guess it's a nice like work balance kind of thing, like, because it'll be fun, and I guess it, I don't know, balances out your enthusiasm for both.
Um, why do you think some people are scared to try research?
um
Like people who, let's say, they're not going into any grad schools, they're not going into professional schools, they're just here for their 4 years. What do you think could scare them from trying?
well, probably, I mean, going to a big school like this, there's all this competition
Mm-hmm.
on these research positions, so it probably scares them that if you, because when you apply, they're going to ask you like, what are your future plans with this, and if you don't have any, then it's probably, probably feel like it's going to cut them off the list. And also, they might feel like it's a waste of time, because if they're not going to do anything with this research and they're just doing it to do research and not like pursue it in grad school, then that might take away from their 4 years and whatever they're trying to do here. So there's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.